Frank Gusenberg was an American contract killer and a victim of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre in Chicago, Illinois. With little parental supervision, Gusenberg and his elder brother Peter began committing petty crimes with Bugs Moran. Gusenberg was first arrested for disorderly conduct in 1909. In 1911, he was convicted of disorderly conduct and sent to the notorious Bridewell prison in South Lawndale, Chicago. After his release, the Gusenberg brothers and Moran began committing more serious crimes. Between 1909 and 1914, Gusenberg was a suspect in numerous armed robberies and burglaries in the Chicago area. The Gusenberg brothers and Bugs Moran then joined Dean O'Banion's North Side Gang. They became two of the gang's chief hitmen. After O'Banion was murdered in November 1924, most likely by rival members of the notorious Al Capone organization, the Gusenberg brothers joined Himmy Weiss in getting revenge on the Capone gang. In 1926, Gusenberg was brought up on burglary charges by the state prosecuting attorney's office. For unknown reasons, the charges were never filed. Frank Gusenberg participated in the gargantuan drive-by shooting in the North Side performed on Capone's headquarters, the Hawthorne Hotel in Cicero, Illinois, riddling it with thousands of bullets on September 20, 1926. According to many accounts, the second-to-last car stopped in front of the hotel restaurant where Capone was cowering and Gusenberg's brother, Pete, emerged, clad in a khaki army shirt, brown overalls, and carrying a Thompson submachine gun fitted with a 100-round capacity drum. Kneeling in front of the doorway, Gusenberg emptied the entire drum into the restaurant, and then casually strolled back to his car, which then sped off to safety. The attack worked. Capone was very shaken and requested a sit-down between the two gangs. However, it failed. Himmy Weiss was murdered 3 weeks later, and over the next couple of years, the North Side Gang continued to weaken. The North Siders especially wished to kill Jack McGurn, as he was rumored to have been the machine gunner who killed Weiss. On at least 2 occasions, the Gusenberg brothers made attempts on his life. Despite receiving several wounds, McGurn survived these attempts. Al Capone had Pasquale Patsy Lolordo installed as head of the influential fraternal organization, Union Sicilian. By late 1928, the leader of the North Side Gang, Bugs Moran, struck an alliance with Al Capone's rival Joe Aiello. The latter, assisted by the Gusenberg brothers, killed Antonio Lombardo and Pasqualino Lolordo, president of the Union Sicilian. It was as a result of these murders that Capone plotted to eliminate Bugs Moran. On February 14, 1929, members of the North Side Gang gathered at a garage behind the offices of SMC Cartage Company. Inside were Pete and Frank Gusenberg, Albert Weinshank, Adam Heyer, James Clark, John May, and Reinhard Schwimmer. 5 men, possibly members of Capone's gang, possibly outside hired guns, most likely a combination of the two, drove to the garage in a stolen police car. 2 of the men, dressed as police, entered the garage, pretending they were conducting an ordinary raid, and lined Moran's associates up against the wall. Once the men's backs were all turned, facing the wall, 2 other men with civilian clothes entered the room with machine guns and, along with the police, opened fire on the 7 men, firing 70 bullets into them in what became known as the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. The Gusenbergs' graves at Irving Park Cemetery. When police arrived at the scene, Gusenberg was the only victim still alive despite having been shot 14 times. Among the police was Sergeant Clarence Sweeney, who had grown up in the same neighborhood as the Gusenberg brothers and immediately recognized Frank. Sweeney asked Gusenberg, "Who shot you?" Gusenberg, observing the gangland principle of Omerta, replied, "Nobody shot me." Gusenberg was then taken to Election Brothers Hospital where he was once again asked by Sweeney who shot him. He again refused to answer. Gusenberg's last words reportedly were, "I ain't no copper." Gusenberg died of his wounds 3 hours after being shot. The Gusenberg brothers were initially buried in Rose Hill Cemetery in Chicago's North Side. They were later reinterred at Irving Park Cemetery.